I have just gotten the "you're starting to feel exhausted because fishing does that quickly." I am going after these, but also eels, which I haven't even seen yet. But because I need to stand around regenerating energy, I am gonna do a couple other things. That require the passage of time. And don't consume energy. Mostly. 11 won't be enough. It'll need to be 11:10. The time stops at has a side effect that I don't know that it was intentional, and I did discover it by accident, but especially because I don't have the key to town yet. I have been making use of to get the it's not just hard events. These are, I think all of those are hard events. That one's not. That one's Marlin. When I first get access to it. But yeah. On weekdays, Shane is not in Marnie's Ranch when Marnie's Ranch can be entered without the key to town. I'm not waiting until Saturday. I'm going to let the clock run until he leaves the fucking saloon. Let time stop there because people will continue on their path to where they're going. And then once he's in Marnie's, I will set that to 5, whenever it'll still be open, so I can go in and get those done. I discovered this by accident because I was setting it, I had stopped it in the middle of the day, or the middle of the afternoon, and I was moving it to my 1:50 a.m. and accidentally typed p.m. and it rolled back time. But now, our boy should be walking to Marnie's. He's not in there already. Because changing the time doesn't change where people are. I think that's the time when he leaves. So yeah, he's not in here. And since we didn't see him along the way, it means he already got back. peculiar. Did he not? He should have left. Yeah, it's not like I missed him somewhere. But, either way. Oh. And setting that to any time after it currently is will let time move forward again until it stops again. I should have actually been there to watch him go home. But if his room is behind that locked door... No, that's not his room. That's where one of those events happens, though. Anyway, I was not watching to make sure that worked out the way I wanted. Actually, that's not when I want to stop time, though. I mean, actually, having it stop at midnight would work. I can still get the eels then, because raining and night means eels. And the other fish that I can get, because it's available on Ginger Island, I can also get at midnight. 10 p.m. was just the earliest I could get the midnight carp if I go fish it out there. Now, also, technically, because I have expanded shop capacity, I can go buy magic bait from Lily's shop and fish all the fish all at once. But because fishing consumes energy and I have to stand there and let it regen so I can keep going, and then I have to periodically empty my inventory, I haven't done that yet. Yet being the operative word. For bundle fish especially, I mean, for bundle fish, at least, I'm gonna do that because I have access to all seasons of seeds early. I can grow them early, both here and on the island if I wanted to. So I will be able to get those things done early. So once I have access to the bundles, I will end up doing the "you have fish I need, gimme." Eels are available anytime after 4. You see how long it takes for the energy to come back and how quickly it goes. Which is why doing the fishing is making these days longer. But I am trying to get as much as I can out of the way as soon as I can. Which is why the early days are taking so very, very long. So that, oh, there's the one I need, but I don't want just one. And I prefer not to use Iridium 1 for bundles unless I have to. So, technically, I have enough, but I like to have a small stack. So. Now, I know cutscenes will play whether or not people are asleep. They just need to be in the building. So, not really sure what to make of how that went. Yeah, even if the fishing itself has been made easier, now with particularly zippy fish, it still has a hard time. Like the super cucumbers were not all iridium, just because they go faster than that bar will move to keep up. So, but yeah, even with the fishing itself being simplified so I don't have to work at it, it's still time and energy consuming. My time, even if not game time, and consumes the energy, and then my time, if not game time, in letting the energy resupply so I can keep going. So he probably left the saloon at midnight. Still no topaz or jade. I did not pick up giant stacks of geodes to crack open, though. I can't get the quality I want of the midnight carp because the pond and river here just don't have the room for there to be. Those are the three different things the frog will want. Otherwise, I'm not bothering. But yeah, this pond isn't quite big enough to get the highest quality of fish. There is a bobber that could improve that. Same thing with the desert fish. That pond isn't quite big enough. But I am supposed to be able to catch midnight carp in this. So just getting one, because it's not in a bundle. Oh, you are big enough. And if you are big enough to get quality ones, then I want a stack. But the desert one isn't. The edges jut in a little too much. I spent time moving myself around it, trying to find a spot where I could get iridium instead of gold at best. But if I can get good ones of these, I might as well get my stack. Grab a couple more super cucumbers while I'm here. Seasonality is different here. I am not going to complain about it being nice and giving me the fish that I want and no others. That's not going to happen down here, though. Because you're definitely not a super cucumber. Now you could be. I had gotten 3 and 3. I think. chests showing up also. Makes it harder to get the number of iridium ones that I want. Advantage of fishing here is I have a shipping bin. So stuff that I don't want or need to hold on to. Things I've already turned in. Oh, right. I had tried to get... I think I've tried to get these before, but because... I don't know if I actually need the journal scraps to be able to dig them up. But I had tried before, but that was also before I had done the work to, speaking of which, I can buy those. But, yeah, if I want to get iridium quality stuff out of the desert, I'm gonna need to use those. Well, maybe just one I have preserving on this rod after all. So it could survive the work. Just give me one more iridium super cucumber. Getting me a lot of things that aren't even fish. Oh, those are for sale. That, I think, I may sell, but those two are definitely for sale. Great. That's not what I want. Nope. Not you. There we go. No. I still don't need you. Didn't put this in there. You I'll just plant. So... yeah, finding new ones just gets them tacked on to the end. How much more trash have I got that can actually be recycled? Just that. Okay. Okay. Mm. Well, I have a little bit of fussing left to do. 'Cause I'm gonna at least get through that. But you have a better idea, I think, of why my days take so long and how that's actually working, like the mechanic behind it. Because nearly all of that, well, no, that's only possible at all because of the time stops, one. But the particularities of why it's getting dragged on as long as it are is also because of the fishing mod and that slow regeneration when I'm standing still, which lets me get more done because energy is not a finite resource. I just have to exchange time, my time, for it. So yeah, trying to get as much of this done as early as possible means that these days are very long. They'll get shorter. They will. They're just not there yet.